बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मैं सैयद हुसैन तालीम के तड़का के प्लेटफॉर्म से कल हमने जो थ्योरी का पोर्शन शुरू किया था उसको आज कंटिन्यू करते हैं। पहला है एप्रोप्रिएशन अकाउंट्स। फेडरल एप्रोप्रिएशन अकाउंट शो द audited account of expenditure from the appropriations for the year with full explanations of all important variations between the original and modified appropriations and expenditure. The Federal Appropriation Account of Defense Services deal with a general review of expenditure on defense services. This will include explanation for variation between the original modified appropriation and the actual by main head of accounts. Change in form of the accounts on in their classification. Miscellaneous observation. Federal appropriation accounts show the figure for original modified appropriation and actual by major heads. उसके बाद है goods merchandise. It includes all merchandise commodities which are purchased by the business for selling purpose. Stock inventory, list of goods. Goods or merchandise on hand that is goods remaining unsold is called stock in trade inventory. Bad debt. A bad debt is a business loss. The debt which are irrecoverable from debtor are called bad debt. Depreciation. Gradually decrease in the machinery value on an asset due to usage in business is known as depreciation. Depreciation is a loss to the business. Fluctuation. The decrease or increase in value of an asset not due to use in business is known as fluctuation. याद रहे कि हम ये सीनियर ऑडिटर की किताब से पढ़ रहे हैं जो कि समीउल्लाह खान साहब ने इसको कंपाइल किया है। अल्लाह इनके दर्जात बुलंद करे। फिर petty cash book, a book in which small cash payment recorded which are not convenient to record in the main cash book directly, like postage, traveling expenditure, purchase of stationery are recorded in petty cash book. Imprest system, a system in which a fixed sum of money is given to cashier for the month is called imprest system. Assets. There are the things of value possessed by a trader such as building, stock, debtor, cash, goodwill, etc. Assets have the following kinds mentioned below. अब assets की kinds हैं. Fixed asset. Assets which have long life and which are bought for use in business for long period of time are called fixed asset. Land, building, furniture, etc. Current asset या circulatory asset या floating assets. Assets which have short life and which can be converted into cash quickly to meet the short-term liability are called current asset. Example, stock, debtor, cash, etc. These are also called circulatory or floating asset. Tangible assets. Assets which have physical existence and which can be seen, touched, or felt are called tangible asset. ये feel की second third form है felt. Are called tangible asset. Example, land, building, buildings, machinery. Intangible assets. Assets which have no physical existence and which cannot be seen, touched, or felt are called intangible assets. For example, goodwill, patent right, trademark, etc. Liquid or quick acid. Liquid acid या quick acid एक ही बात है. Acid which can be converted into cash very quickly or which are already in the form of cash are called liquid or quick acid. Example, cash in hand, cash at bank, etc. फिर vesting acid. Those assets whose value gradually reduce on account of use, and finally exhausted 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 completely are called vesting acid. उसके बाद है liabilities. Liabilities are debt or obligation of a business which are payable to outsider or the person inside the business like owner of the business. फिर है fixed liabilities. Fixed liabilities which are repayable after a long period. Example, long-term loan, capital, etc. Current liability. The debt that are repayable within a short period are called current or short-term liability. Example, creditor, bill payable, bank draft. फिर contingent liabilities. Contingent liabilities is not a liability at present but may or may not become liability in future. In future, it depends upon certain future event. Contra entry. An entry in which cash account and bank account involve and it is recorded on both sides of cash book is called contra entry. According फिर accounting. Accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transaction, and event which are in part at least of a financial character and interpreting the result thereof. फिर है bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is the art of recording monetary transactions in the book of account in a proper manner. फिर है accounting and accountancy. The two words accounting and accountancy are often used to mean the same thing, but it is not correct. Accountancy is a main subject and accounting is one of its branch. The word accountancy is for wide and extensive compared to accounting. It covers the entire body of theory and practices, that is, bookkeeping, accounting, costing, auditing, transaction. याद रहे कि ये हम समीउल्लाह खान साहब की बुक से पढ़ रहे हैं. ऐसे तो बहुत सारी बुक्स हैं जो हम ले लेते हैं और उसको अपने पास फोटो कॉपी प्रिंट करवा के रख लेते हैं, लेकिन उससे फ़ायदा नहीं उठाते. आज ये पढ़ने का मकसद ये है कि जिन्होंने ऑडिटर के टेस्ट के लिए, जूनियर ऑडिटर के टेस्ट, अकाउंट असिस्टेंट, अकाउंट्स क्लर्क के टेस्ट के लिए अप्लाई किया है, उन सब तक अगर मेरा ये वीडियो पहुंचता है तो इनको इससे फ़ायदा हो, कम से कम वो सुन तो लें, वरना ऐसे तो हर शख्स के पास 500 1000 पेजेस की किताबें जिन्होंने कभी ख़रीदी होंगी वो ऐसे ही उनकी ड्रॉस में या कबर्ड में ऐसी पड़ी रहती हैं। आगे देखते हैं फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग। The main purpose of financial accounting is to ascertain the true result, profit, or loss of the business operations during a particular period of time and to state the financial position of the business on a particular point of time. फिर है management accounting. Management accounting, it is accounting for the management, that is accounting which provides necessary information to the management of discharging their duties. It takes decisions and to control activities. फिर है cost accounting. Cost accounting, the main object of cost accounting is to determine the cost of product and to business in controlling the cost by indicating avoidable losses and waste. Cash system of accounting. Under this system of accounting, transactions are recorded only when cash is received or paid, whether they are related to current year or not. Accrual system of accounting. This system under which all items of revenues and expenses relating to the current accounting period, whether received or paid in cash or not, are taken into consideration while determine, de- determining the profit or loss of the business is called accrual system of accounting or mercantile system of accounting. Accrual revenues. The revenues which have been earned in the current year but has not been received in cash within the current year, it will be received in next year, is known as accrual revenue. Ac- accrued revenue. Accrued revenue example है accrued commission, credit, rent receivable, etc. उसके बाद है accrual expenses or outstanding expenses. The expenses which has been incurred during the current year but have not been paid till the end of the current year are called outstanding expenses. Payable expense payable. Example: wages payable, accrued salary, etc. Capital expenditure. An expenditure which result in the acquisition of permanent asset in the business for the purpose of earning revenue is known as capital expenditure. Next is revenue expenditure. All those expenditure which are incurred in the day-to-day conduct and the administration of a business and the effect of which is completely exhausted within the current accounting year are known as revenue expenditures. These are also known as expenses or expired cost. Debit note. If goods bought on credit are returned to the seller for any solid reason, the buyer debit the sale account and inform the seller through a note. This note is called debit note. Credit note. If goods sold on credit are returned by the buyer, The seller credits the buyer account and informs the buyer through a note. This note is called credit note. Cash discount. It is a deduction or allowance given by the creditor to a debtor before the due date. Trade discount. Discount allowed by the manufacturer or wholesaler at the time of selling goods to retailer as a deduction from the list price or catalog price is called trade discount. आज हम यहाँ तक ही रखते हैं. कल हम फाइनल अकाउंट से शुरू करेंगे क्योंकि 16 मिनट तक का वीडियो हो चुका है और ये आपके लिए बहुत मुश्किल हो सकता है. शुक्रिया. अस्सलाम वालेकुम.